Hi everybody, I'm here with my most amazing singing teacher, Patricia White. Say hello, Patricia.
Hello.
Now, I've known Patricia for, how many years?
You were in high school.
I was probably about 14 maybe when I first
14,
came.
15 years, I would think so.
And I still come to lessons and I'm almost 45. So there you go, you never know everything, do you?
No, you don't. It's a lifetime art.
It is.
It's a lifetime art.
And I am so blessed that I met Mrs. White. I like to call her Mrs. White because she's always Mrs. White to me. And she's a bit like a second mum for me too. So, you know, my passion about good quality singing and looking after your voice and all of these things comes from this amazing lady.
Yes, it's my passion too. It's absolutely a passion. It's a lifetime art. It's a lifetime love. It's part of you, part of your soul.
That's right. And I mean, a lot of people don't realise that you have launched careers of a lot of professional singers out there,
Yes,
in different genres.
Yes.
I mean,
genres.
you know, people have this notion that the classical training is only for classical singers, and you have actually proven that wrong in many, many times.
That's right. That's right. It's the voice. It really shouldn't be differentiated between classical and contemporary and jazz. It's the voice, and it's using the voice to have a healthy, beautiful sound which can express you and music through your whole life. Any genre of music that you want to sing.
That's right. That's right. And that's, you know, I think something really important for people to understand, especially now, because there's a lot of interesting sounds being made.
The problem has been in the last, since about 1945, after the Second World War, with the advent of more electronics, people don't need to really have a very big voice. They can have a microphone, and that microphone will give them all the energy of sound that they want. But the problem is that they all started to do things not quite right with the voice. And so we have a lot of vocal damage has been going on in the world because of not microphones. Not against microphones, they're wonderful. Not against electronics. I'm just against unhealthy singing.
I guess the thing is, people don't know how to produce the sound anymore.
Producing the sound, that's right.
And
it's like a violinist has to learn how much weight they need to put on their violin bow to produce a beautiful sound through that instrument. So singers sing with their whole bodies, from the top of their head to the tip of their toes. The whole thing is involved, but particularly thinking. I tell all my students 98% of singing is thinking.
And now I tell my students that too.
That's exactly right. But it is. You think, you hear a sound, you think a sound, and you can then produce that sound when you let the breath flow through this wonderful instrument. And so you have to learn how to do that. And that doesn't come overnight, not to make a really good sound. If you want to make a natural sound, little babies make it the moment they start to cry. They're making sound, and they're making healthy sound.
That's right, and their diaphragm's working.
Everything is working to make that sound in the most perfect way. And the trouble is that as we get older and start to mimic other sounds that we hear, we start to do things in our throat that's not quite as healthy. I wouldn't say it's unnatural, I'd say it's capable. The voice is capable of making all sorts of animal sounds, all sorts of sounds that are fun, but they're not all healthy. It's why when you go to a sports match at school and you're all barracking for your team, you go home that night with a sore throat.
That's right, and I mean, health is important, especially if we are singers, we're actors or teachers or auctioneers or anybody who's using their voice. I mean, you can't afford to lose the voice.
No, that's right. Not if you want to be a professional voice user, and that's everybody. Teachers.
That's right.
Everybody has to become very aware of having healthy sounds. You only have to go and talk to an ear, nose and throat specialist, and he'll tell you about the number of people he sees every day who are having vocal problems because they're not producing sounds in a healthy way. So it's not terribly, what's the word? It's not terribly involved. It's just knowing how the body works and then allowing the body to do the work for you.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that I've had Mrs. White to teach me, and now I can also share that.
She's very biased.
No, it's true. You're very special to me, and you're very special to many people out there. And I guess that was what I wanted to do. I wanted you to be out there into social media as well. We can't have you hiding here.
I do my little thing. That's what I do.
She quietly beavers away here, and some of her singers have sung for the Queen. Yes. That's right. And she's just quietly doing her thing. And I just thought it would be nice to highlight one of the heroes of the Gold Coast.
Isn't she sweet? I never intended to be a teacher of singing. This was a direction in my life that was very, it just came on the life's journey, and
it found you.
It found me, that's right. And my very first student, I took when I was about 22 years old or something, asked me to teach her because she wanted to improve her voice, and she knew I'd been a trained singer. So that's how it started, and it's been going ever since.
I know.
And here it is, still going all those years later. But I do think that you have to have a love. If you are going to be a teacher of anything, a teacher of voice, a teacher of sport, a teacher of good living, any sort of teacher, a teacher in a school, you have to love what you're doing. And if you don't, you won't do it well, because you won't want to do your best with it all the time. I want my students to know everything I know about the human voice. There's no secret way. There's just, and I don't have any secret way that's better than probably any other teacher, except that I have this passion. I have a real passion about the human voice, and
you make us
love
work.
it. And I make you work. I tell my students the truth from the day they come in and audition for me. I don't ever palaver to them. Palaver is an old word, you probably won't know, but I don't tell them things that aren't true just to make them happy. I'll tell them what's true, and I'll tell them what's not true. And I don't give a criticism unless I can give them the solution.
She does criticise her. But in a good way. In a good way.
It's a correction.
It is.
My theory teacher, a darling lady I went to many years ago, said to me, don't be afraid to make a mistake, because it's by your mistakes you learn.
Absolutely.
And so then once you've learned what you've done correctly, and you're told how to do it correctly,
I'm going to be an absolute genius then. Because I've made plenty.
No, it's just learning this instrument, and it's a hard instrument because you cannot see it, you cannot touch it, you cannot put your fingers on it.
No, that's right.
You have to hear it, and you have to train your outer ear to hear your own sound so that you can do corrections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that takes a long time, because nearly all your life you listen to your sound with your inner ear, not your external ear. You see a lot of singers putting their hands up behind their ears to make their ears bigger to hear their sounds, and it's an entirely different sound. And now the scientists tell us that each ear hears individually differently. So sometimes you've got to find out which ear hears the best.
Yeah, that's right.
And you see, there's that old saying, there are none so blind as those who won't see. Yeah. So you've got to listen, none so deaf as those who won't listen. And so the listening to the sound, listening to your own sound, is a really, really important part of learning about the voice.
Skill. That's right.
The skill.
It's a skill, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed that. We're going to have Patricia on a bit more, and I hope you all subscribe to my YouTube channel and Luna Dreaming for more little pearls of wisdom, as Patricia says, in singing.
And if you have any questions you'd like to ask Barbara, or Barbara can pass them on to
I
me.
can.
Let's have a little talk about voice.
Absolutely.
Not
Sounds
just
great.
singing, about voice. Yes, singing is singing songs, and it's like ballet. Ballet expresses music through dance. We express music through the human voice.
Absolutely. What a wonderful thing to do.
Yes, it is. All your brain lights up when you sing.
Yeah, that's right. That's
all lights up. And we get all those wonderful endorphins running around our body and making us healthy and strong.
Oh, absolutely. I think it keeps me happy.
Making our immune system strong.
Absolutely. So there's so many benefits to get out there and sing, people. I hope you'll join us in more conversations and have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.